Good morning, friends. Welcome to episode 142 of the Quirky Monday Craftcast. My name is Kalisha, and you can find me anywhere online as Nadira Tani. As you can see, we're doing another vloggy one, and today is Friday, April 30th. We are headed to Appenberry. I think it's called Nursery or something like that. Because I was scrolling on Facebook, minding my own business, and I saw that they have the Scindapsus pictus. It may be, I think, Silverian or Exotica. I want the Exotica, and it looks like the Exotica. So I'm going to go over there. They opened at 9. It's 10 o'clock now, so hopefully I'm not driving over there for no reason. But yeah, I want to grab that plant. So I don't have, I know some people have an extensive plant wish list of plants they want. I don't have a lot of plants on my wish list. Right now, the only two plants that I can think of that I'm I really want these plants are the Scindapsus pictus exotica and the Cebu blue pothos. And yeah, I wanted a string of turtles. I got my little baby turtle, which is still tiny. And I really can't think of any other plants that I just really want in my collection. I'm really happy with my collection as it is right now. Some of them need some work, which you guys will see later on when I give y'all a plant update. I have been trying to take my bigger plants outside so they get more sun, and Florida sun has been screw you and roasting my plants, roasting them oh my goodness. I put my monstera outside and it got sunburned, and it looks like somebody took a lighter and set the thing on fire. That it legitimately looks like it was on fire. And so I moved it under a tree. And the thing about it is, it does not take long for a plant to get sunburned. Because I would just put them out on the patio real quick, get some sun, maybe an hour or so, crispity, crunchity, peanut buttery, they were done. Yeah, so there's that. And then not yesterday, Wednesday, I put my the first monster I put out was my Deliciosa. Wednesday, I put my Philodendron Brazil and my Monstera Adansonii outside for some sun, and to get them deeply watered. Watered them, fertilized them, and I didn't think that the sun was that direct. Evidently it was, because my poor little Adansonii got and lost the battle to the sun. It has so many burnt leaves, and they look like cooked spinach. That's what my Adansonii looks like. It looks like Monstera Adansonii cooked spinach. So I think what I'm going to do is chop it down and propagate it, because it has 3 long vines, and all of the leaves that have come out on those vines since I've had it in my care are pretty good leaves. They're on the smaller side, because I don't think that they're getting the adequate amount of light where I have it. But I do want to cut those vines, root them, replant them in the top of the plant, and of course I'm going to trim off all of those burnt leaves and just do some maintenance on that plant to see if I can get it back into a nice healthy bushy state. Yeah. My other Adansonii, the one that I have climbing on the pole, is living his best life and doing the thing. so I know that where I have them, they can live. So I just have to do some rearranging to make sure that this one gets the light it needs to make a full recovery. Yeah. So yeah. How did I get into that? I don't know. I was talking about going to this nursery. Maybe that's what it was. Anyway, so I'm going over there, hopefully to pick up this plant, and then I'm going home to do some photo editing and work on a couple projects. I'm off work today. I took off because I could and I needed to. So I was off yesterday, I'm off today, and then I'm going to be off on next Wednesday. So that's really nice. It's really good to be able to do that because the work burnout has been real. Let's see. What else can I talk to you guys about in the car? I'll share some more information about this when I get home because I have everything written down there. But a couple weeks ago, I was contacted by Lisa, who is behind Indie Untangled, and so, which is crazy for me. Like, y'all are like a big deal, and you're reaching out to little old me, okay? But what they're doing is they're doing what they're calling indie spotlights, and they're highlighting makers in the community who have less than 10,000 Instagram followers or who have started their businesses, I think, within the last year. So even though my Quirky Monday bags business is probably about 4 years old now. No, it's not 4 years old. I'm telling fibs. I think it's like 3 years old now. I am under the 10,000 followers on Instagram. So they asked me if I would like to be a part. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be hosting an hour-long like Zoom call lounge meetup kind of thing, and it's going to be on May 16th. That's a Sunday. I forget exactly the time, so I'm not going to say it, but I'll put the details on the screen when I edit this. And they gave me an affiliate link, which I've never had an affiliate link for anything. Your girl out here feeling legit. But yeah, so they gave me some affiliate links, so I'll have that information in the description, as well as some more information on the screen so you guys can see what it's about and everything like that. So this is like a really cool opportunity. Part of me, okay, so y'all already know that Kalicia's brain be doing things, but part of me is like super excited to have this opportunity to do something different, to do something that could potentially put me in contact with people that wouldn't otherwise have come across my channel or my Instagram or even, my Etsy, even though my Etsy is kind of like in chill mode right now. But it's really cool to have the opportunity, to be given this opportunity to be in touch with, more people. But then on the flip side, like anxious Kalisha is like, what if nobody comes to the thing and it's just me sitting in the Zoom by myself? I'm gonna have to make sure my mom buys a ticket. But like legitimately, when I agreed to do this, that was one of the first thoughts was, what if nobody wants to talk to me? Well, I'm gonna show up for me, and clearly I'm okay with talking to cameras by myself. So yeah, I gotta figure out, you know, what I want to show, what I want to share, you know, stuff like that. But yeah, that's new and exciting and kind of scary. Yay. What else? Yesterday was, I guess I'll do like the plant mama life and whatnot up front. And then later on we'll jump into like the nitty gritty. I couldn't help it, y'all. I couldn't help it. I had to. Yesterday was my mother-in-law and my best friend's birthday. And last night, Lamar and I went over to his mom's house, spent some time over there with her. And I think she was pleasantly surprised. So that was really nice. And tomorrow we're having Sabbath dinner, a Sabbath dinner birthday celebration for her. So I have to figure out what I'm cooking, because my brother-in-law said he would like me to cook something. And I don't know if I've mentioned it on here before, but I can cook. I just don't like to. I prefer to bake. Like, I love making desserts. I love making cakes. The only dessert that I believe that I honestly suck at are cookies. Just for some reason, me and cookies, we don't see eye to eye. But anyway, I'm always down for making cakes, pies, anything that the instructions begin with add 2 whole sticks of butter to 2 cups of sugar. I am down. But yeah, so he wants me to make like food, and I was like, okay. So I got to figure out what kind of foodstuffs I'm making. I asked my mother-in-law what kind of cake she wants, and she requested a pineapple upside down cake. I've never made a pineapple upside down cake, but I'm pretty good at following instructions. So I shall be making a pineapple upside down cake for her. I've got a lot to do today. And she also showed me these little cheesecake bites that she wants, so I'm gonna do that as well. Don't you hate it when you go to make a turn and I don't know where I am, friends? I don't know where I am. Is that a golf course? Y'all. Okay, friends, I made it to Appenberrys, and we're gonna go in. And it is busy. It is busy, and they have only one parking. So look at me, all this matching and coordinating. Okay, let's go. Do I need a fiddly fig for my collection of ficus plants? Part of me says yes, but part of me is scared. That little garden center was so stinking cute. But everybody was super friendly, and it was really nice. I ended up getting the Ficus lyrata, the fiddle leaf fig. I got a little baby version because I feel like these get such a bad rap for being hard plants to take care of. And the collector in me definitely wanted one, but I also don't want to kill one. But for $6.50, I feel like it won't be a stab to my wallet if I fail. I don't think I'll fail because I have faith in myself. But yeah, look at the little baby. And it's got 2 new leaves. And whenever, specifically with ficuses, I always look at the leaf spike to see, you know, what it looks like. Oh, you got critters. Hello, little bug. Goodbye, little bug. All right. So you will go into quarantine. That's always a good practice whenever you get new plants, to separate them from your collection until you're sure that it's not going to bring stowaways. So I got that one, and they didn't have the exotica, but they had the silvery Ann. And the one that I have at home is Scindapsus pictus argyrius. And the difference, from what I believe or what I've seen, is the silvery Ann has more silver, like the leaf tips are dipped in silver. So there's more silver around the point. And the argyrius has more just like sprinkles, like somebody threw glitter at it. They both are about the same size leaf wise. The reason that I want the exotica though is because the leaves on the exotica are so much bigger. So there's that. But this one I got for these 2 leaves that are almost completely silver. So yeah. And I think I've done pretty well with my argyrius that I have at home. It is probably about 2 feet and change long now. And I have already cut it back and propagated. Well, I am propagating those cuttings. One thing I've noticed about the Scindapsus is that they take their merry little time to root. So let's head home. Dang, I was here for an hour? That makes sense. I have been singing in my head this song. Yesterday, as I was driving around on the radio, I heard this song by this band. The band is called AJR, and the song is Way Less Sad. And so when I heard it on the radio, I was like, oh, okay, I kind of like this song. So I borrowed their album, OK Orchestra, and I have been jamming to that thing, like literally all day yesterday. And the song Way Less Sad, just, it was a phrase that just made so much sense to me, because in the last 2 weeks, we'll say, the last 2 weeks I have had, actually it's been more than that, since whenever the last episode went up. I think I put up that last episode, then waited a couple days, thought, okay, I'm going to vlog for the next episode, and I started vlogging, and then I hit a downswing and just was, I was in that thing. And So that's that. Side note, that's what's taking so long between episodes. But the chorus in that song says, I'm not happy yet, but I'm way less sad. And I don't know why that statement just made me feel understood in a way, because, you know, sometimes I get down, right? And my brain wants to say, okay, you're either up or down. So on those days when I'm not as down as I was before, or I feel a little bit better, my brain still kind of wants to make me feel like, well, your little bit of up doesn't matter because you're still a little bit down. And that's not fair. That's really not fair. So just to hear somebody else say, I'm not happy yet, but I'm way less sad, I just identified with that so much. And it even saying this out loud makes me feel like, wow, Kalisha, that's obvious. You know, obviously you can feel less sad than you were yesterday, not be, you know, up. And I kind of say things like this a lot. Like sometimes I'll say, you know, I'm not as up as I want to be, which I guess is the same thing. But I don't know. It was just something about the phrasing, something about the energy of the song just made me feel like this song is about those days in the midst of a downswing where the clouds part and you see a little bit of the sun. And you're just like, yes, I am way less sad today. But yeah, I really like that song, and it's been playing in my head on repeat, and I'm completely okay with that. Yeah. Hi friends. I am taking a break from cleaning. I have too many little things. Yes, I have too many little things, and I just want to throw everything away at this point. So I figured before I do anything rash, I should take a break and like film a clip or two. So let's do some finished objects. I have my notes here, and let's go. So one of the works in progress from the last episode were my sunflower socks, and I finished those. Didn't weave in the ends. So here they are. I did these toe up. Yes, they were toe up with heel flap and gusset. Oh, these are the ones with the hybrid heel or combination heel or something like that, where the heel, like the little heel turn, is like a short row situation, and then it goes into the heel flap. So here they are. They are done. I have not worn them because I was like, oh, I'm gonna podcast soon, so I'll just sit them here. So they've just been sitting. But I really like the yarn. I need more yellow yarn in my life. So that's them. The cuffs I did with patent croy socks in the Flax colorway. So that's them. My next finished object is the African American ballerina doll. This has been a work in progress. This was a work in progress for a really long time. Then I put it down. It went into hibernation. I got shamed by a 4-year-old who's supposed to get this doll. And so a couple weeks ago, I buckled down and got it done. So this is the doll that will go to one of my friend's son. Yeah. He told me that he wanted his doll to have a blue shirt and 4 braids. So I follow instructions. He is a little bit of a bobblehead. I couldn't fix it, but I don't think that the 4-year-old will mind. So like I said, this pattern is the African American Ballerina doll. It is by Yolonda Jordan, my pretty brown doll. I did modify this because as the Ballerina doll, there's some shaping in the waist to give it more like a little curvy shape. But I took out all of that shaping and just did it straight for the little boy, and he's good to go. The only change that I'm going to make to him is I'm probably going to shorten his braids. So instead of them being this long, I'm going to shorten them to like here. So maybe shorten them by an inch, and then he'll be ready to be mailed to his forever home. There he is. I'm glad he's done. I have one more doll to make for kids at my church, and that doll is a little girl doll, and she is supposed to have a pink top, purple bottoms, and a pink and purple skirt, I think. By this point, I'm pretty sure that the kid who asked me to make this doll for them has totally forgotten. Absolutely forgotten. So I almost have carte blanche with it. All I remember is pink and purple. So I need to make her. I just don't feel like doing another amigurumi right now. So there's that. Friends, I am so tired. And my last finished object wasn't even a work in progress when I filmed last. Like earlier in earlier clips, I was talking about how the last couple weeks I have felt feeling down. So I wanted to make something that was fast, just easy to do, and like something that I didn't have to do a lot of thinking with. Enter my Just Feel Better shawl. So Just Feel Better is a crochet pattern for an asymmetrical triangle shawl. It's done with a granny stitch, and granny stitch to me is the easiest crochet stitch. It's the only crochet stitch that I can do consistently without looking. Excuse me. So that's why whenever I feel like I just need to veg out with a little crochet, I always go towards like granny based projects. And the yarn that I used, I don't have a ball. Do I? No, I used all of it. The yarn that I used looks like this. It's a gradient yarn, and it is Lion Brand Sunset Nights. Yes, in the colorway Dolomites, I think. And I saw this yarn in a Joann's one day, and I was like, oh, that's pretty. So I picked up one cake of it, and I decided to crochet up the Just Feel Better shawl with that yarn. Started getting towards the end of that yarn, and I said, oh no, you know what, I want it to be bigger. Now the sample that I made for the Just Feel Better shawl pattern is a really, really big one. Like, I think the hypotenuse of that triangle is, it's almost my wingspan. My wingspan is about 6 feet. So I already had a huge one like that. So I didn't want to have another huge one. So what I decided to do is a modification on my Just Feel Better shawl. And what I did was, I'll show you. I couldn't figure out the color progression I wanted to use. So I went to Instagram to ask. And this is basically what I ended up doing. So when I started running out of the first ball, instead of just getting one more ball, I decided to get 3. I decided to get 3 more balls so that I could do the shawl like this. One side of this is how the Just Feel Better shawl works up. So it's worked from the tiny tip here, and then it increases along this line, and you just keep making it bigger and bigger this way. So what I did was I made basically one Just Feel Better this way, and then I attached at the bottom and started working another Just Feel Better going the other way. And I couldn't decide if I wanted the colors to be reversed or if I wanted them to mirror each other. I put it excuse me, I put it up on Instagram as a poll, and everybody voted make them mirror, and I decided to make them reverse. So I went against the votes, and here it is. And I used all of the 4 cakes of yarn, and it is huge. The top side, okay, so this is one side right here, and then here's the other side. Yay! Where did she go? I have a progress keeper. There she is. She's just randomly on here now. She's not keeping any progress. This is a charm by Whitney Marie Anderson, and her hair changes color in the sunlight, and her hair changes blue. So of course I had to put her on here. Yeah, this thing worked up so fast, primarily because I was in that kind of downswing space, but all I wanted to do was watch either YouTube videos or NCIS and crochet back and forth on this thing. And that's what I did. And when I finished it, I wrapped up in it, and I just felt so content. So, crochet for mental health, right? So here is how big it is on. And I used all of the little bits of leftover as my tassels. I have not blocked this. It is acrylic, so I would just steam it lightly. I think I'm just going to steam it along the join. And to join it, all I did was crochet up until it was like an attached join. So I would crochet up to where I would need to join and slip stitch around the stitch of the first shawl, chain up 3, slip stitch around again, and then start going back the other way. So yeah, I was telling my mom about it, and she was like, oh, you should write that up as a different pattern. It's like, I don't know, maybe I'll just do it as an amendment. But I like that the mid-tone blues matched up. And then, of course, you have that high contrast of the white and the dark blue. Oh, I just love it. I just love it so much. This shawl makes me happy. So that's my last finished object. I just got such a wave of sleepy. I have too many things to do today. I cannot be sleepy. Oh, I wove in all the ends on here. Yes. So, works in progress. I have 3 and a kind of. All right, so first, I don't know if I mentioned that I tried to film this a couple weeks ago, but I did. I tried to film a couple weeks ago in the midst of feeling a bit trash, and I think I filmed for almost an entire week. And when I finished, I was like, I hate this all. It's never going to see the light of day. Whatever. And in that filming, I talked about this sock and how it wasn't bringing me joy and I was going to rip it out. And I'm glad that I didn't, because when I started feeling a little bit better, I finished it. So, and of course that's like the jacked up side. This is just a cabled sock of my own creation. I think I got the cable pattern. Oh no, I didn't. I made up this. It's just a regular cable twist. So actually, let me turn it sideways on here so you can see better. So this is what the cable repeat looks like. It has just a twist going up either side, and they were supposed to be twisting in towards the center braid, and the center cable is a 3-strand braid. They're supposed to all be aiming in towards the braid, but then up here I kind of went the wrong way. Then I realized I was going the wrong way and was like, screw it, just fix it and twist it the other way. So I've got this little in the middle of there, but it's fine. So I made these short because I don't have any short socks for real. So there they are. Oh my gosh, that makes my foot look so long. I wear a size 10. My foot is long. Yeah. And then the same thing is on the back. I was playing with the idea of writing it up. I think I will write it up eventually. But I don't know. I don't think I have the energy to do it right now. But I need to hurry up and cast on the second sock, or this is in serious danger of being a singular sock, because this cabling, it's a lot of cabling for me, and I lost interest. I think I got to like here and I lost interest, and I was like, nah, that's okay. But so I need to get on that so that I can be like, you know, at least you already started it. Ugh. So half object there. I have another vanilla sock on the needles. This was my vaccine project. I got my first shot a couple weeks ago. Well, I get my second shot next week, and they're supposed to be 3 weeks apart. So 2 weeks ago. Yeah, 2 weeks ago I got my first shot, and I am afraid of needles. So whenever I have to get a shot or get blood taken or anything like that, I have to be prepared. Like, I have an app on my phone called relaxation sounds or something, and one of the sounds is monks chanting, and that is the sound that I have to play, and I have to breathe in time with them so that I can focus on them and not focus on the fact that I'm gonna get a shot or a needle is gonna be stuck into me. Yeah, so to keep the anxiety at bay, I had my headphones with my music / monks and this sock. So you can't really get an accurate like color representation just because of how bright the light is over here. But this is Copper Corgi, the colorway Cashmere. And I got this from my local yarn store like a while ago actually. But I really like it because it's a dark, it's like blues and greens, so you know my Pisces heart is real happy about that. And then like a glaze of black over it. I don't know how to describe that. But yeah. So I'm just doing a vanilla sock. I was going to make these shorty as well, but then I decided no. Like, I had even started doing the heel flap, and I ripped all that back. And I'm just going to make my normal length socks. I think when I'm really paying attention to how long I want the socks to be, I like the legs to be about 60 to 80 rows, I think it is. And then do the heel and then the foot. And at my gauge, the foot before the toe ends up being about 72 to 75 rows. And if you don't know, I knit my socks on 2.25 millimeter needles. I use the Chow red lace because I love them. And yeah, 2.25 millimeter needles. This is fingering weight, so I think I get about 8 stitches per inch. Yeah, 64 stitches, 2x2 rib for 20 rows. And then I also do a short row heel. Most of the time I'll do a short row wrap and turn heel. Sometime when I'm feeling like I want to do the most, I'll do a heel flap and gusset. These were originally going to have heel flap and gusset, but I think I'm just going to do short row. That's them. I am making the Flax sweater. Flax Light. That is a pattern by Tin Can Knits. And I'm knitting this out of Patton's Croy socks in the slate jacquard colorway. So this is what it looks like. And I went way over and bought, I think in total I bought like 8 or 10 balls of this yarn from Michael's, because, or this was the Michael's near my work, because they had them on sale for like $2.50, I think it was $2.50 or $3, something like that. And then they had a coupon for like 20% off of your total purchase, so I got an additional 20% off. So I went a little ham. Definitely did not need this many balls of this yarn for this sweater. I am currently on my 3rd ball, which is even more testament that I did not need to buy a million balls of yarn. And here's a sweater. So yeah, it is a raglan top-down sweater. There's supposed to be a garter detail going down the sleeve, but I'm not doing that. And I'm just working down the body now. I think it's fun how at this gauge and this size, half of the yarn does this gradient striping, and then the other half is doing like all the funky stuff. So, and they slowly twist around the sweater. So like I said, this is my 3rd, I'm working on my 3rd ball of yarn in this project. And I don't even know if I'm going to be able to wear this, because I put it up to my neck and my neck was like, what the heck are you doing, woman? This is kind of itchy. So yeah, I don't know. But I'm gonna finish it. I might just have to wear like a t-shirt under it. So that means a t-shirt underneath a wool sweater in Florida. I will probably only be able to wear this for one day out of the year. But I'm gonna make it anyway. I am gonna make it short sleeve. At least that's the plan. I might make it long sleeve. I don't know. I have enough yarn to do whatever I want, clearly. I could make it into a freaking dress. No, we're not doing that. So yesterday was my mother-in-law's birthday, and I am making her a pair of slippers. So these slippers have to be done by tomorrow. And I'm making her the aunt sister slippers, the same as the ones I made for my aunt. And so far, this is what I have. So luckily I have an abundance of peach yarn now, because peach is my mother-in-law's favorite color. And yeah, so this is going to be the base of the slipper. So peach is my mother-in-law's favorite color, and all 3 of her sons' favorite colors are blue. So this is the youngest son, Jason, this is the middle son, Lamar, and the oldest son, Alan, and then my mother-in-law. Technically my father-in-law's favorite color is blue also, and I was going to do a round for him, but I didn't have another darker blue or another blue that would fit in, so I was like, it'll be fine. Again. So this is a this is a 6 round solid granny square. And then you need 3 round solid granny squares. The way that you attach them is the one that goes on the toe, you sew it all 4 sides so that, you know, you've got your slipper, your enclosed slipper. Then the one that goes here on the top, you sew 2 sides. And then the one that goes on the back, you sew 2 sides. So it'll be like the shoe opening. I hope that makes sense. I'll put in a picture of this when it's done. But I just need to sit down and go through the rest of the 3 round squares. So my plan is to do, the toe is going to be the 3 brothers, and then the 2 squares that go on the back to go around her ankle, those are going to be solid peach squares. I feel like the thing that I have going for me is that I have already gone to her house, said happy birthday to her, brought flowers. So if these do not get done for tomorrow, I just won't say anything about them, and I'll give them to her on Mother's Day. Right? Because Mother's Day is like, is Mother's Day next week? Please don't let Mother's Day be Sunday. Oh no. This could end badly. Yes! Mother's Day is next week. So, if it doesn't get done by tomorrow, they will be done by Mother's Day, and I'll be able to give them to her for Mother's Day. Either way, I'm safe. So, that was a maker plan on my notes, but has moved up to work in progress. My other maker plan is Lamar likes watching Bob's Burgers, and because Lamar watches Bob's Burgers, I also watch Bob's Burgers, and their youngest daughter, Louise, is my favorite character. She is such a little terror, and I love her so much. So, I know I just said that I don't want to do another amigurumi right now, but I do want to make a Louise doll. So I screenshotted pictures of her, and I'm just going to make it up as I go. I'm not going to do it right now because, like I said, don't feel like doing another doll. But I'm making myself a Louise doll just because I want to. And I'm very excited about it. I don't know what size I'm going to make her. I think it would be cool like if she was small enough to just sit like right there on like the shelf. Especially since whenever I'm working and we have video calls, you can see these shelves, you know, because I don't blur out my background. I spend a lot of time organizing these shelves and putting things so that people can see, because I am definitely the kind of person that looks at stuff in the background when I get bored in meetings. Or like when I'm watching a podcast, I look at what's in the background. I'd be like, oh, that's a kind of a cool thing on the wall. That's why I like you guys being able to see this. It's a lot of work back here. I got a new, what is that? Philodendron. Green philodendron, because I wanted to make this one thicker. So I bought another one so that I could make that one bigger, but I didn't combine them all the way, so now I have 2. It's fine. It's fine. I'm working on my green curtain. I'm doing good, right? Anyway, so I want to make a Louise doll. That's going to happen in the future. Stash positions. As we are at 40 minutes now. I'm sorry, guys. I'll speed it up. Isn't this cute? So I bought this from ChocolitsDesigns. And this is a local crochet artist to me. So local that I met her at the Apopka Art and Foliage Festival. That was last Sunday. Lamar and I were walking around, and as we're coming down the way, I was like, ooh, crochet artist, Ooh, black crochet artist. What? We in here. And so when I walked up, you know, I'm looking at her stuff, and she like called me by my name. Like, she was like, Kalisha? And I was like, yes. So hi, Sonia. Yeah, she was telling me that she had seen me in traffic, like on the streets driving, and so she was like, oh, she lives nearby. And then the first thing I thought is, man, I hope I wasn't doing anything stupid in the car, because I am 100% that person who is in their own world in the car. Don't let a good song come on the radio. It is a one-woman dance party. So, yeah. But anyway, so she had a few of these pieces. She had one that was another like type of flower, and there was like I think a mason jar drawn on the canvas, and so the flowers were in the mason jar, and I thought that was really cute. But of course I had to go with the sunflowers, because y'all know I love sunflowers. I don't know where I'm gonna put this yet, but it's so cute. So it was really nice to be able to support a fellow crochet artist, a podcast viewer. She did say, I can't wait till your next episode. And I was just like, I know, it's been so long. I will do better. I will do better. ChocolitsDesigns. I put a picture up of, I took a selfie, an ussie, whatever. Took a picture of us on my Instagram, and she's tagged in there. So if you want to order something like this or any of her other things she does, she had like toys, keychains, wall art like this. I think that is what was it. That sentence was jacked up. I think that's all she had on her booth. But yeah, go check her out. My other stash acquisition that I have is not yarny, but it is by one of my favorite artists, and that is Pink Lomein. And a couple months ago, I bought this, which is her Daily Affirmation deck, Volume 1. And I love, first of all, I love her artwork, her style. This is her right here as well. She did that. But her style is really colorful and bright and funky, and I love it. And so when she came out with the affirmation deck, aside from it having, you know, affirmations, each one of the cards is a piece of her artwork. And I love being able to shuffle through and, you know, do a blind pull of a card and have that, you know, that beautiful art as well as an encouraging message. So I bought that. And then maybe a month ago, she posted on her Instagram that she was working on Volume 2. So I was just like, all right, as soon as she say what the date is, I'm going to have to set this alarm, because your girl got to get that. And your girl got that. So this is the Reflect, Release, Recharge Daily Affirmations Deck Volume 2 by Pink Lomein. And let's do a pull for you guys. When I first got this in the mail, I was actually having a bad day. I was having a pretty trash day when these came, and it was definitely a pick me up. The card that I pulled that day, I think said, yeah, it said keep going. And yeah, I posted that on Instagram too. So if you don't follow me on Instagram and you want to see like what I'm randomly up to, that's the place. So this is the card for you all today. It says, I attract amazing opportunities wherever I go. So that is for you. And you see what I mean with like her like funky, colorful art. I love it. I want to pull another card. This one says, vibe higher. I love it. I would love to create some sort of display with these cards. And I have a few of them that I have taken out and I've put on display. Like next to my desk, I have these two. Just Breathe and Grow. I'm a little bit mad because right here, this was leaning against one of my terracotta pots and got dirty, but it's okay. So yeah, I've got those. I didn't even notice until just now that both of those are right here. Clearly, I need to remind myself regularly to just breathe. But it's all good. That's all of my stash positions. Yeah. Yeah, man. I have all of my plant mama life and whatnot stuff written down here, but I'm pretty sure I told you guys everything about that earlier when I was driving. This right here is my Scindapsus pictus Argyrius. Yeah. She got good hang time. And this is another a cutting from that one. So I want to show you the difference in the Argyrius and the Silvery Ann. So they are very, very much the same when it comes to leaf size and shape and everything. But let's get a good example. Okay. So with the Argyrius, you've got, you know, that general sprinkling of the silver across the leaf, like speckling. But then Silvery Ann has more solid silver towards her tips. Yeah. So very, very similar, but different. So yeah, I'm still looking for the Exotica because the Exotica's leaves are bigger, and I do love big leaves. Yes. So let me put you back over here. You guys can actually see the sad Adansonii. Let me show you that. I'm just putting myself on blast today, aren't I? This is a testament of Watch the Direct Sunshine. Also, we've got a lot of yellowing leaves, and I'm not entirely sure why, because that happened before the sunburn. So, it looks so bad. Look at that. Just crispy. Not even crispy, just it's like wilted black spinach. It is the feeling of cooked spinach. Look at all of those burnt up leaves. And then I've got this yellowing happening. This yellowing happening, it's also sunburnt. So I think what I'm going to do... Oop. Hi, Anansi. There you go. So I'm going to cut this vine here and propagate it. And then, I don't know, I might just get rid of the rest of the vine. Same thing, I'm going to cut this one here. Because there's a lot of nodes on these vines where there's nothing growing. So I'm going to cut those down. Yeah. Yeah, and I will not be sticking you out in the direct Florida sun ever again. I'm so sorry. I hope that you can forgive me, and I hope that you recover. Okay? Please keep loving me. Let's see. Is there anybody else over there that you guys might be interested in? That's a new plant. That's a prayer plant. Maranta, lemon lime Maranta. I love the colors. Like, it's just very pretty. And yeah, that's about it, my friends. Thanks. Leave me a comment of something good that happened to you in this last time period. And yeah. Thanks for being a part of my universe. I hope you're having a good time. Hi, friends. So, this is the pineapple upside down cake. I have to flip it upside down. I am so nervous. This started off on the wrong foot because I mixed together the wrong amount of butter and the wrong sugar to do the glaze on top. Realized my mistake after I stood at the stove top making it, and I was just like, it's not working. What's going on? And then I looked at the instructions and I saw my error. So, you know, fits and starts. And now we're gonna flip it. Pray, church. Pray. Okay. Oh, I need oven mitts because this thing is still hot. We're just gonna use this. Okay. I have a grip. I don't have a grip. Don't have it. All right, I have it. 1, 2, ready, boop. All right. Come on, Jesus. Oh no! Oh Lord. Is that what it's supposed to look like? Oh my gosh, I made a pineapple upside down cake. It's a little toasty. Oh, it doesn't look terrible. Look at it. It looks bad in the camera there, but look at it. Oh my gosh. Aww. Hey. Hey. Y'all don't understand how proud of myself I am right now.